Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. So since we're already in the Master Ball tier, we're going to be doing a couple of newer things, kind of like what I said last time, but they're still in the works. But until I figure out the fine-tuning things, we're going to continue what we're doing here. We didn't make any changes to the team. I know that I've been wanting to. I just ran out of time the last couple of days to be able to do that. Been really tired and not really been feeling too well. And I thought I was getting better, but this morning kind of sucked. But we're going to run with these 6 Pokemon and we're going to see how well we do. I think yesterday we went 5-1. So we'll do 4 matches today and see what we turn out with. So let's get it. All right, first match. We've got Water Ogerpon, Iron Hands, Landorus, Heatran, Fluttermane, and Monkey Dory. Okay, that's new. That's a poison psychic type, so anyone that's dark could be able to take care of that. I fortunately don't have, but that's totally fine. We're gonna need to be able to outspeed the Fluttermane though, in case if it has 307. And I also want to knock out that Ogerpon as quickly as possible. So I think what I'll do is I'll walk in with Urshifu and Tornadus to do like the Bleak Wind. I want to say a close combat, but since he's got U-turn, I can definitely use that to my advantage. I'll bring in Iron Hands. After that, still 3v3. That's not too bad. And which one's a good one to bring into the 4th? I kind of want to bring in Garchomp, but if I do, I'm kind of left open a little. I'll do that. Bringing in our first 4 just to kind of see what happens. He's scarfed, so it's not like he's not going to be outspeeding like a lot of people, but I just need to make sure that I outspeed the Fluttermane first and foremost. Okay, let's see what you got. Fluttermane and Monkey Dory. So I do have to keep an eye out for what they could bring in the back. I do not see Tailwind, or I do not see what's the thing, booster energy, but I am going to use Tailwind first and foremost. Terra Water, and I'm going to Surging Strikes. I'm going to hit the Monkey Dory first. I think the best option is to hit Fluttermane. Oh, maybe Ogre. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't hit I didn't hit Fluttermane. Ooh, I was like, oh man, it would be great to hit Fluttermane first to knock it out, but they probably won't think that I'll hit the Monkey Dory, so I'll just focus on that. I'm glad that I did that because this would have been like a terrible turn. Plus, I'm going to be locked into Surging Strikes. But I'm going to hit Tailwind so that I outspeed that side of the field regardless if Fluttermane's there or not. Surging Strikes goes around to the Monkey Dory. Oh, that is terrible timing. And Monkey Dory goes down. Hit 2 times. Okay, go ahead and bring out your Pokemon. Here is Fluttermane again in the Luxury Ball because it is shiny. We're going to go ahead and Bleak Wind so that we can take care of that. Now it does use U-turn, so I'm going to swap over to the Iron Hands so that I can get the fake out next turn and I don't have to worry about getting like one-shotted right away. Because it's probably going to like, hey, look at me while you're trying to beat up my Fluttermane, and I'm just going to be like, no, I want to do this instead. They're going to Terra. And it's going to be the Ogerpon. Okay, now I no longer have to worry about Surging Strikes. They got rid of their Water Absorb. Body aspect. But they did take down the Bleak Windstorm damage that they could have received. It dodges both of them. Yay. Okay, great. Thunderbolt over on the Iron Hands is not super effective. Horn Leech also isn't super effective. Nice try. Bleak Wind again. And I'm just going to go ahead and fake out. Actually, heavy slam. We're gonna heavy slam the Flutter Mane. Liquid hits both. Not as much damage as I would like, but that's okay. Thunderbolt onto the Tornadus. Does get the KO, but that's totally fine. It will knock him out. And Ivy Cudgel on the Water Ogerpon. Goes to my Iron Hands. Does not get the KO, but barely holds on. Heavy Slam will take down the Flutter Mane. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'll bring on Garchomp. And this is Landorus. Okay. So, what should I do here? I think Rock Slide would be best to spam. And then maybe Drain Punch in the Ogerpon if I get the flinches. That's what I'm hoping. Rock Slide. Misses the Landorus, which is unfortunate. Stomping Tantrum goes into the Iron Hands, which is going to knock him out. I could have swapped over to Urshifu, but his HP was really, really low, so it's kind of like, do I really want to risk it? Orange goes into the Garchomp, does very little damage, but it will heal up the Ogerpon for quite a bit. Rough Skin's going to do that damage back, and Tailwind is now gone. So now we'll bring back out Urshifu. Rock Slide, and I'm going to go straight into Surging Strikes. Actually, close combat the Ogerpon. I don't want to Surging Strike say, yeah, I can knock out the Landorus in one hit, but I don't think I outspeed him. But if I can get the flinch, but I can knock out the Ogerpon, it's better. Stomping Tantrum goes right into the Garchomp. I do outspeed the Landorus, but I do not outspeed. Oh! These Pokemon are considerably faster. And because of that, it's going to be really, really hard to beat them now. Close combat. One-hit KOs that Ogerpon from almost full HP. Ooh. Oh boy. I think I still lose this though, only because of the fact if I don't get the flinches here, I'm not going to do enough damage. Stomping Tantrum goes over to the Urshifu, knocks him out. I have to get the flinch here, otherwise I lose. That's just how it goes. Rock Slide goes in. Do I get the flinch? I do get the flinch. Now I just need to get it 2 more times. Flinch. Nope. Okay. I probably would have like, oh. Did I win? No, they attacked. Yeah, I was like, that's a double KO there, but since he was the attacker, he technically won. There's hardly any draws in VGC, and I love that because it's like you either win or you lose. There's no middle in between. All right, next match is up. We've got... Uh-oh. Okay, good. Thankfully, all my recordings go on the PC first, and then it goes over to the hard drive, so I didn't lose anything. Next match is going to be Alolan Ninetales, Glimmora, Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Dodonzo, and Tatsugiri. Oh, no. Okay. This is going to be fun. Well, I don't have to dedicate. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to question whether or not, like, how did Ogerpon outspeed Urshifu? Urshifu's got like 149, so they have to dedicate a lot to be able to outspeed him. Probably 150. But I have to worry about the match in front of me first. I don't really have to worry about speed, so I don't really think I have to bring in Tornadus, but taunting the Alolan Ninetales would probably be best. We'll bring in Tornadus, Garchomp, so that we can knock out the Tatsugiri or the Dragonite if we need to. Iron Hands, so that we can deal with everything else. Yeah, we'll bring in the first 4 again. I don't really want to focus clearly on the first 4 period, but I end up having to. It's weird. I don't want to. Okay. All right, they open up Glamora and Alolan Ninetales, so it did start to snow. So there's that going forward. We're gonna go taunt the Alolan Ninetales. I'm gonna Terra so I don't get one shot, and then I'm gonna Stomping Tantrum the Glamora. ×4 to ice is really, really hard. I mean, I should have gone like Iron Head to go right into the Alolan Ninetales, but that's a mistake on my part mostly. Rock still hurt ice type, so I guess that doesn't do anything. Oh, well, they protect, so that's cool. Taunt, protected. Stomping Tantrum into the Glamora. Almost one-shots it. Saves due to the sash. Okay. But it does drop the toxic debris because I did hit it with a physical attack. And Power Gem goes right into the Tornadus, which will get the KO. Power Gem is also going to knock out Tornadus, or not Tornadus, but Garchomp here too. So I have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Iron Hands comes out next. He gets poisoned automatically. Now I'm going to go ahead and fake out. No, I'm going to hit the Alolan Ninetales with I think I'm going to double into that slot. I think Spiky Shield's going to come out from Glamora, so I'm going to double into it. Yep, here it is. So, may get Aura Veil off, but I don't think so. Yes, it does. Which will save it from the Heavy Slam, maybe, but the extra damage I just did to it might still put it in range. Still in range. So it comes in and then it leaves. And because Spiky Shield was used, I don't have to worry about getting Power Gemmed in the face. Sent out, I can't read that. Okay. You know, Norton, do not put that stuff in front of me, please. I'm trying to do a battle. Okay. Heavy Slam, what is? Oh, goes to the Glamora. Let's go ahead and Wild Charge the Donzo. And I'm going to go ahead and just double into that slot because he's probably going to swap out. Yes, he did. Here comes the Tatsugiri, so I completely read that. Probably has the Commander ability too. Yes, it does. Why would you have Tatsugiri Dodonzo if you didn't have Commander? +2 on all stats and the Aura Veil. Aurora Veil. That's going to do a lot. That's going to save them a lot. And Garchomp is currently Terra Water. Or Terra Fire. So he's going to be definitely weak against this Dodonzo. They're going to Terra though. And it's going to become Dragon. Okay. You want to play that game? I'm down to play that game. Stomping Tantrum. Boop. Oh, that did like nothing. And I was hurt due to the Rocky Helmet. Wave Crash. Boop. Oh, knocks out Garchomp. Now, Rough Skin is also going to do a little bit of damage. If that didn't knock out Garchomp, I was going to swap out to bring in, bring him back in to do like Dragon Claw. Now the recoil though, that's a lot. Not very effective. Hurt by that, hurt by the recoil, and then hurt by poison. That's a lot of dot damage, like right after another. Okay, Urshifu, come right on out. Urshifu becomes poison. Barrel. Okay, so we're gonna Drain Punch that, and we're just gonna go ahead and Surging Strikes into Yeah, we're gonna Surgeon Strikes into the Donzo because it might not be a lot, but it's hit 3 times and they're all crits. It might put it into range to be able to get hit. Let's hope. All 3 crits. Hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Earthquake. Misses Tatsugiri. Does not get the double KO, but the poison's definitely going to be able to do it. Oh, here comes the Drain Punch. Just barely keeps him out of range. Barely. Both the Pokemon go down due to Glamora's poison. Ah, if I was able to get rid of that Spikes. Not a bad combo. I almost beat him. I almost beat him. Oh, he still had 1 in the back. Oh yeah, Glamora. I didn't knock out Glamora, but it had like literally no HP left. It had 1 HP due to Focus Sash. All right, next match is up. We've got Lycanroc, Sylveon, Tyranitar, Meowscarada, Volcarona, and regular Goodra. Okay. Okay, still have Sap Sipper. I think Shell Armor with the Hisuian Goodra is a little bit better, but you still come up with the problems of, even though that it is Dragon type, it is part Steel. So Heatran's running around and like Volcaronas and maybe an Arcanines with like the Flare Blitzes is gonna do a lot of damage to that particular Pokemon, which then doesn't do a whole lot when it comes to calking. But it can also be shut down by using Taunt against its Shelter, which then its whole strat is to buff up its defenses so that Body Press does a lot of damage. So it's probably why you guys don't see like a lot of usage in that Pokemon, but it's still fairly decent. In this case though, because Lycanroc is going to be on the field, I'm going to bring in Tornadus so that I can outspeed the Lycanroc with Tailwind. I'm going to bring in the Urshifu up front so that I can knock out the Lycanroc almost right away. Iron Hands, and then I think Meowscarada is a physical attacker. I do think, and it might be best to bring out that Pokemon. Yes. I'm going to bring out Arcanine. I'm going to leave Garchomp and Sinistcha in the back. I don't think Garchomp's going to be able to do a whole lot against this team. So, especially with the moveset it does have, like Iron Head would be really good against the Sylveon, but if I could possibly slow it down a bit, I'm going to. So we have a shiny T-Tar and a Lycanroc versus Urshifu and Tornadus on my end. Sandstream goes up, which is totally fine. I'm okay with this. I'm going to activate Tailwind so that I outspeed. Should I no. Tailwind, Terra, Surgeon Strikes, and I'm going to go straight for the Lycanroc. As an offensive player as I am, or hyper offensive, I like being able just to attack things really, really fast. And if I can knock people out first, that's great. And if I need to, I can swap into other things. But I'm going to activate Tailwind, so hopefully I'll outspeed the Lycanroc now. I think I do. Nope, I don't. Rock Slide goes in, hits the Tornadus, does a lot of damage, still lays up on the field, does nothing to the Urshifu, and he follows up with Surgeon Strikes into that slot. It is a 1-hit KO, but Sash keeps it on with 1 HP. But since it is a 2-hit move, or 3-hit move, it stops the Sag and then goes through, knocking him out. And T-Tar is now by himself, which now does Rock Slide. Fully knocks out the Tornadus, does very little to the Urshifu, but I don't think it really matters now. Because like he can't get like what's the word? He cannot be flinched because T-Tar moves last in the current meta of things. Arcanine comes out on my side of the field. Intimidate goes off on the now Meowscarada and T-Tar. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and I want to burn Meowscarada, but I think the Flare Blitz into that slot is going to be much better. And I'm going to Surgeon Strikes into the T-Tar. Surgeon Strikes goes first because of Tailwind. Bop. 1 hit. 2 hits. T-Tar goes down. And I might outspeed Meowscarada. Let's see. T-Tar fainted. Flare Blitz. I do outspeed the Meowscarada. Goes right into that slot, and Meowscarada goes down in one hit. Recall damage is suffered by the Arcanine and is buffed by the Sandstorm. Oh no, Arcanine is not. Urshifu is, but Arcanine is a rock type, which means it gets the same boosts as any other rock type on the field. That's dope. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We're going to Extreme Speed, and I'm going to Surging Strikes into that slot. It can't protect because I'm going to go right through it. And Extreme Speed is definitely going to set it up in range. If I didn't knock it out, it's going to get knocked out now. Extreme Speed, bop. No Terra on that side of the field, so... Okay. One hit KO. Well, this is more like a team up, but I think it's a one hit KO. Still, full sweep. Only one of mine was taken down, and, well, almost two, but I was able to do it. Good game, though. All right. Next match is Chien-Pao, Toxapex, Heatran, Fluttermane, Brute Bonnet, and Dragonite. So, interesting specs here. What do I do? What do I do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think Toxapex is a special attacker. I'm trying to line it up for Arcanine to come out. But it would be good to... Well, no. Dragonite's is inner focus. Can't have its stats drop, so let's get him out of the picture. Spore, possibly by Brute Bonnet, but he is a dark type, so fighting type moves are going to be really, really good. So Urshifu and Iron Hands should be able to do that, but not necessarily Urshifu because he is grass. So Surging Strikes isn't going to do a whole lot. We'll bring in Tornadus and Garchomp. Urshifu and Iron Hands will leave the rest in the back. Again, because of inner... What is that? What I call? What was it again? The ability? Like inner focus, I think. Because of that, I cannot lower down the offense of that Dragonite. Chien-Pao and Fluttermane open up first to Tornadus and Garchomp. Sword of Ruin lowers down all the attacks of people on my side of the field. I'm in a tough spot. I have to Tailwind first and foremost, and then I am going to Terra, so I don't get super affected by whatever happens on that side of the field, either by the Fluttermane or the Chien-Pao. I'm going to Terra Fire, become resistant to Fluttermane, and hit the Chien-Pao with the Rock type move, Rock Slide. It's not going to super affect him enough to like one-shot him, but hopefully get in the flinch. And that's what I would really, really like. Tailwind is going to give us that opportunity to be able to outspeed for the rest of the team in the back. So I'm kind of sacrificing Tornadus for this point, but I'm hoping that he survives. Rock Slide goes down, does a lot of damage, drops him less than half. Dazzling Gleam comes out for the Fluttermane, will not KO the Tornadus, and does very little to Garchomp. But I did get the flinch on one Pokemon, which is great. And I'm just going to go ahead and just Rock Slide it up again. Hopefully this will get us the double KO, because I did a lot of damage to make them below half in the first attack. We'll withdraw Fluttermane to bring out Toxapex. Ooh, shiny. That's dope. Sucker Punch over to the Tornadus, which I should have read that, but I didn't. I did not. So Rock Slide comes out and will knock out the Chien-Pao. Does very little to the Toxapex. Do I have anything that's going to knock out this Toxapex? Stompy Tantrum would. Oh. Okay. Iron Hands, come on out and let's say hello. Dragonite comes out. We're going to fake out the Dragonite, and I'm going to continue with my Rock Slide Rampage. Getting the flinches off would be detrimental here. I'm not 100% sure what this Toxapex is going to do. I know it's poison, but I also think that it's water. I haven't played with Toxapex in a while. They're going to Terra. It's probably going to go to the Dragonite. It is. And you become Terra Normal. Okay. All right. It's hoping to get the extreme speed span. Bane Bunker. That is the protection. If I hit it with anything, it would poison me on impact. That's what that does. And, ooh, you have the Rocky Helmet. No inner focus. So you had multi-scale. And rock slide. You dodged the... Really? Dodge everything? Okay. Okay. I don't want to bring out Urshifu. Yes, I'm going to bring out Urshifu. I'm going to get Garchomp out of there. Because he's not going to be able to get KO'd by anything specifically, but I need to be able to retreat so I can use Stomping Tantrum on that little guy over there. Drain Punch is going to do a lot of damage to that Dragonite. So here comes the extreme speed. Goes right into Iron Hands. Not enough to get the KO because Chien Pao is not on the field. Drain Punch comes in and gets the one-hit KO on that Dragonite. I get all that HP back, or at least a quarter of it. I'm only saying a quarter of it because that was a lot of damage, and I lose a little bit due to the Rocky Helmet. So half that damage comes back in HP, and then I lose a quarter of that. So like, oh man, that was great. Liquidation goes right over to the Urshifu, does nothing, but it does drop my defenses. And my Tailwind is now gone. But I think this is the last Pokemon on their side of the field. It is not. They still have Fluttermane in the back. Did I get rid of Aqua Jet? I think I did. If I did, that's going to be terrible. I did not. Aqua Jet's still here. Cool. Aqua Jet will go right into the Fluttermane, which may... Yep, there it goes. One-hit KO. I did not see the Baleful Bunker. So Wild Charge goes right into that slot. Does not knock out the Toxapex. But I will get hit with a little bit of the recoil. Citrus Berry will activate on Toxapex, but the Baleful Bunker is going to be coming out this turn. Toxic goes on to the Iron Hands. Cool. He's hurt by poisoning. I'm going to swap out to Garchomp. So the Baleful Bunker that comes out this turn is going to hurt quite a bit. And I'm going to do a little bit of chip damage by using Aqua Jet. The Baleful Bunker isn't going to do like a ton. It's just going to poison. But I also just want to do a little bit of damage for to do that. Oh, I didn't get poisoned. That's dope. Okay, Stomping Tantrum goes into that slot. And I'll swap to Iron Hands so that maybe I could do a fake out. But I think the game's over at this point because Garchomp is now readily able to do Stomping Tantrum, and they already used Baleful Bunker. So, bop. There it goes. A quick switch out, and we're able to turn the battle around, so that's dope. Good game nonetheless. I think that you should have maybe opened up with Dragonite first, so that Chien Pao and Dragonite synergy can be like really, really good. Or just bring out Dragonite first, and then switch into the Chien Pao after you brought out the Fluttermane and stuff, so that way the ability activates, and then Dragonite can just go on a rage. All right, here is our final match of the video. I forgot to stop, so you guys get a 5th match today, so yay. We get a Alolan Ninetales, a Rillaboom, Milotic, or Milotic. I'm not sure how you guys want to pronounce that. Fire Ogerpon, Heatran, and Salamence. So Salamence is going to have Tailwind, so I will have to bring in Tornadus to deal with that. But I will open myself up to a little bit more different obstacles if I do. So just keep that in mind going forward. I want to open up with Garchomp as well. So if they do open up with Alolan Ninetales, I will be able to knock it out pretty easily with those two Pokemon. Bring in Urshifu so that I can kind of get a little bit more legway into like the Ogerpon, the Heatran. I won't do anything to the Milotic, which is unfortunate, but I mean, do I need Garchomp? I mean, Yeah, I'll bring in Garchomp. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Milotic, because I don't know if I want to bring in Arcanine to deal with the Rillaboom or bring in Iron Hands. I think Arcanine's going to be better. I really do. I think Arcanine's going to be able to deal with the status drops on all the physical attackers. I think Salamence is a physical attacker. I might be wrong, might be special, but I also think that Rillaboom will be a lot easier to handle if I have Arcanine. So Salamence and Rillaboom right off the bat to my Garchomp Tornadus. Okay, so the thing that we do not want to do right off the bat is Stomping Tantrum, because Grassy Surge is going to activate, and we also have to make sure that we do not get in range of the Grassy Glide, because that is going to be the thing. We might as well open up with a Bleak Wind Storm and hope for the best. Because I'm going to go straight into, well, Dragon Claw would be really, really helpful, actually. Yeah, we'll Dragon Claw into the Salamence. Bleak Wind Storm will come in after that. So Salamence goes less than half. Bleak Wind Storm hits both, knocks down the Salamence, and Rillaboom sits with just below half health. And we drop its speed one stage. So Salamence, the one that usually sets up Tailwind, is now gone. High horsepower goes right into the from Rillaboom goes right into the Garchomp, which isn't going to do a whole lot because I think that's a ground type move. And a lot of people forget that Grassy Surge reduces the amount of damage that you take. But if it's a fighting move, that's not bad. You were probably thinking that I would switch into something else. Milotic comes in next. This is a very interesting spot to be in. Dragon Claw. I don't want a Terra. I think Terra right now would be like the terrible thing. It's probably got competitive too, so we're just gonna Dragon Claw into the Milotic. Grassy Glide goes right in from the Rillaboom. Does very little. I was not totally in range to get knocked out, but you know, nice try all the same. Bleak Wind Storm hits both Pokemon. Do not lower down the speed, please, because competitive. Oh no. Here, give it 2 stage upgrades. Oh man. Rillaboom goes down though. So Ice Beam into nope, Icy Wind instead. It does a lot to that Garchomp, but does very little to the Tornadus. I shouldn't say very little. It did a lot to the Tornadus. But I say very little, but you know, it's really not. And leftovers on the Milotic as well. Okay, so we do have a couple of options here. We're going to bring in an Urshifu, and I'm going to Terra Water so that we don't really get affected by anything in the back. We took down 2 Pokemon, though. So it should be... Oh, Fire Ogerpon, which Mold Breaker. They haven't used their Terra yet. I'm going to confirm. They only have the 2 Pokemon left. I'm going to go ahead and Bleak Wind. And Terra Water, Surging Strikes... No, Terra Water, Close Combat, and I'm going to hit the Milotic. They're going to Terra. Probably going to be the Ogerpon. It'd be safer. It is. Embodied Aspect, so Mold Breaker goes away, but he gets a permanent +1 buff to his attack. Now, I say permanent because I'm not bringing out my own Arcanine. And if he was able to swap out, it would give him that +1 every time he swaps in. He'd lose it, so he'd only get that +1. So is it true permanent +1? Not really. But until I hit him with something, it's going to be that true permanent. Grassy Glide comes in from that Ogerpon. It's just going to knock out the Urshifu because it is very effective in the Grassy Surge. And plus he is a grass type Pokemon. Or water type Pokemon. Milotic survives with a little bit more HP. Now it is down to Arcanine and just Arcanine. Oof. Ogerpon heals up a little bit of HP. And so does Milotic due to the Grassy Surge. And then Leftovers comes in to heal it just a little bit more. Oh boy. Arcanine comes in, Intimidate drops the attack, but it's gonna do a lot to this Milotic, which it's gonna be competitive, so it's +4 special attack. That's not great. But now I make Ogerpon normal again. So that's cool. But anything else? Not so much. Flare Blitz isn't really gonna do anything here, unfortunately. How long does Grassy Surge stand? 2 more turns? You know what? Let's protect. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Grassy Glide comes in, goes right into the protect, does nothing. It will probably do a lot because it is a grass type going into the rock type, and it's not, obviously it's not scarfed or anything because it just tried to use Scald. Okay. Let's see now. Can't Will-O-Wisp the Ogerpon because it's fire type right now. Extreme speed into the Milotic. Boop. Not enough. Maybe if I did both, it would be better. Grassy Glide into that slot is not super effective. But I heal due to the Citrus Berry. Here comes the Scaldo with a +4. That's gonna be damaging. Yep. 4 times weakens water, +4 special attack. Yeah, that's not. That's definitely not surviving anything special. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your 5th match, and it was really, really good. I hope Milotic sees a little bit more play because she is so good. So beautiful too. Love that Pokemon. All right, we're at 70 battles in, 37 wins, 33 losses. We are still above the 50% margin, I believe. Let me go ahead and put the numbers in. Ooh, bop and bop. Yep, 53%. So we are still really, really good for 70 battles. Literally 6 more fights to go and we are done for our 100 fights in season 11. I'm really enjoying it so far. Now there's a lot of Pokemon that have come and gone during this entire season, not necessarily for our team, but we are thinking of maybe replacing Arcanine for the regular one, or maybe just putting in Landorus to take that slot, and then that means Garchomp gets to get turned into someone else because we're going to need to change out his item. We're also going to change out his typing. So because Landorus does what, you know, Hisuian Arcanine could do, plus more, we can then free up an extra slot. So that would be cool, but we'll see what happens in the near future when we continue our progress through season 11. So that's going to be dope. And I'm going to create my own catalog of Pokemon that I see. So I get to rewatch all of these back again and see what Pokemon I did see, and then go, oh, okay, well, I saw this and this and this and this and this, and you know, it'd be dope. It's going to be really, really dope. But anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so if you like the video, if you like what you saw in the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. It lets me know what you guys like and dislike. You can also leave a comment down below. And if you guys don't want to do that, even though it helps out the channel growth and like get it out there in the algorithm, you guys can join my Discord and we can chat there as well. And that is going to be in the description with all the other socials that I currently run, and maybe some referral links. For like, I do have a subscription to Epidemic Sound. I don't pimp it out as often, but I do have that. So if you guys want to use some really good sounding music or sound effects that you want to use in your videos, if you're a content creator or just want something to listen to, that is in the description below as well. And if you guys are brand new or just returning viewers of the channel all the same, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is completely free. We're trying to hit 420 subs by the end of the month, and we're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I believe that we can do it, but I just need your guys' help to do that. And if we don't hit it, it's not a big deal. I thought I would be getting like a YouTube plaque at the end of that, getting like 1,000, but they actually got rid of the smaller plaques. So the only plaque that I ever get on YouTube is like 10,000 or like maybe 1 million or something like that. It's weird. I still want a YouTube plaque, but that goal, it seems like far, far, far out there. So that is still a goal of mine, to get a YouTube plaque to put on my trophy wall. It's gonna have to come with time. So with that, I'm just gonna take my time and do the best that I can to create the best content that you guys can see from me. And if you guys want to help out just a little bit more after you subscribe, you can hit the notification bell right next to it and set that to all. I do post Pokemon content quite often, so you guys will be notified when I do. And a couple of more changes are going to be coming to the channel. They're slowly rolling out. I will be available this weekend, so I can get a lot of these things out, and hopefully you guys will like it starting next week. Excuse me. And that said, that's it. That's all the announcements that I've got. Again, thank you so much for watching. And if you got to this point, I appreciate you so much. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, have a great one. Peace.